Knox Park is located about 40 minutes southeast of Melbourne. The park itself's been around for quite some time, but it recently had an upgrade to the plaza section, which is a welcome sight. The new section features a fun flat rail that is a good height and also a good length for riding, along with two mellow rails that you can use as up rails and also down rails, with a cool little kicker feature in the center of the rails. There's also a couple of different flat ledges, also out ledges coming back from the quarter. They probably could have been a little bit longer, but they're a nice height and fun that you sort of land into the bank. I do that. That's quite unique instead of sort of having an entirely out ledge to land on flat. Another cool feature of the new section is the bank. Usually sort of bank tips aren't that tall. They're maybe like sort of 4 foot, whereas this bank tip is maybe 6 foot, really nice angle and wide enough that you can ride it properly. I'm stoked that they built a bank that high and not just sort of a small sort of filler bank. It's a good addition to the park. It also links up well, sort of if you want to hit the up rail after the bank or vice versa, you can hit the rail and then you've got a cool little bank to sort of finish off a nice line. In the center, you've got a sort of waterfall long flat ledge, really good. It's a great length, good height. Probably could have had the higher side a little bit longer after the sort of kink in it, but still a fun ledge. The weird spine in the center is odd. Like it's definitely something for skaters because you're not riding as a spine, you'd ride straight into the ledge or the flat rail. So I feel like it's more something that skaters would hit because bikes, it's just pretty pointless to be honest. At the other end of the new plaza section, there's different height transitioned hips and also a quarter with a large extension, which is really nice. I like that they've built it wide enough that you can hit it from whatever you've ridden previously coming towards it, and that it hips, there's 45-degree hips that sort of send you mainly to and from that bank that I've already spoken about. With that extension as well, it kind of opens up a few different sort of hips for people that are that way inclined. You don't really have anywhere to go sort of after them, but still I like that there's that feature and it's not just sort of a standard 5 foot quarter at the end of a skate park. The original plaza of this park, most of it's still there. I've always had fun riding those sort of stacked low manual pad sort of ledge setups, so I'm glad they kept that there. They kept the original hubbers and the rail. The rail's a little bit higher than you would expect for a park rail, but once you get used to it, it's only going to benefit you in the streets. So yeah, all that's cool. It's a really cool Euro gap there as well that you can sort of hit in and out, which is fun. So yeah, some quirky stuff in the original section of the plaza. Then you've got the original bowl. Anyone that rides large transitions seems to really like this park, I think, because you know the deep end's probably about 9 foot, but it's mellow transition, so you can hit it as sort of fast and go as high as you want because it's not so kicky. Obviously the feature of this bowl is the capsule. It's really well built capsule. It's not too tight. It's probably one of the best capsules you find in Australia. It also sets you up really well to hit the back quarter before and after the capsule. So you'll see a lot of people ride this bowl well because it does flow quite nicely to be able to hit multiple different quarters in a line. The shallower end of the bowl is a little tight, but it's not the worst shallow end you'll ever ride. But yeah, definitely a really fun bowl that everyone tears up. It's also somewhat older concrete, so it's fairly grippy. It dries pretty quick. There has been a bit of a leak in the bottom of this bowl for years. I'm not sure if they've fixed it yet, but you know, if the weather's been a bit sketchy prior to coming, it's always handy to bring a squeegee or a broom. Yeah, bowl's super fun. I like that it's separated from other parts of the park so no one gets in the way of each other. That's actually one of the best parts about this park, that there's sort of 3 or 4 different sections of the park that people can ride without getting in the way of each other, so more people can ride at the same time with no real issues of getting in the way. The smaller bowl at the park could be better, but it is still quite unique with the sort of second level 2 foot transition area with the flat, so you can kind of do some cool lines in and out of that bowl using that section. The hip itself's a bit tight. That sort of small end of the bowl is pretty tight. You kind of just use it as like a berm to come back and hit the deeper end. Plenty of deck space, which is a win. I'm sure you can get creative in this bowl. It's just not as good as it could be. Just outside of the smaller bowl, there's also a cool like steep 6 foot quarter that's, yeah, I like how narrow it is and it's tight, so it's just something a bit more unique that you don't find at every other park you go to. Also, the back of the Capsule used to be really fun to ride. It's tight transition, but it was one of my favorite things to ride there, but unfortunately they keep painting it, which makes it slipperier and slipperier. So now it's pretty much unrideable just because of how slippery that paint is. But yeah, Knox Park, definitely worth checking out. It's got toilets, drink taps, there's food across the road, so plenty of options to eat. There's plenty of parking. It's a little bit far away from the park, but there's always plenty of parks. It has lights, which is great for anyone trying to session at night after work. It's well spaced out. You know, it's definitely a park you should check out. You know, make a day of it. Wherever you're from, it'd be a good destination park to hit. They've done a good job in the extension. There's a couple of shelters around the park to protect you from the weather. There's seating, you know, it's a pretty good all-round park. No matter what style of riding you do, you can ride something fun at this park. Yeah, definitely check it out. Thanks for watching. Let us know what you think of this park in the comments, and if there's any other parks you want us to check out, let us know.